Hey guys, back at it. This is day 156 in my 1 year daily diary challenge. This challenge was prompted by a 100-day challenge, and that was prompted out of a meditation session. So if you want more information about that first 100 days and how that started, just go back and kind of look at the first 100 days. I do go deeper and explain a little bit more. But let's get into it. Day 156. So today is a Tuesday. I was able to have a really lovely sleep. It's been really cold, so it's been easier to snuggle up under the blankets and get all cozy. Sleeping on my grounding mat, having the magnesium spray, listening to meditative music, kind of going through my normal routine of thinking about my manifestations and just getting my mind and my brain to wind down. And it's been really, really lovely, this new routine, while adding this music to it. So having the kids back, I've got everybody's stuff sorted out. My son decided to hop into bed with me. It was really cute because he set his alarm and he was like, I'm going to set my alarm for 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm going to come in and pop in and snuggle with you. And I was like, okay. And so he did. He set his alarm for 5 a.m. and got into bed with me and snuggled, and we both went back to sleep. And then my alarms went off. And I got up and, did my normal routine to get up and get my daughter's stuff situated in her backpack for school. And it was really frosty outside, so started the car to get that defrosted. And just kind of moving through the day, trying to get, a lot of things accomplished. So got my daughter off to school, came home, got my son situated and ready for school because it's super cold, made sure he was like all bundled up, dropped him at school, then came back home to take care of my self-care routine. And so I had started my period and I had done a 48-hour fast because of the balance of hormones and not disrupting anything, and just kind of pushing that reset button on my gut health and some other things. So I have not been doing the sauna just because I feel that I do have a lot more lightheadedness if I'm trying to do the sauna on my cycle week. And that might be TMI for some people, but it could be helpful for some other people. So I've just been doing my vibration plate, and I've been doing a lot longer on the vibration plate. I've just been leaning into it, like almost literally, just feeling where I need to stop. So it's just been feeling really good to sit cross-legged and to just kind of like fold over and get this nice stretch and feel the vibrations through my whole body, and have a more relaxing seated position, which the plate is fairly big. So, sitting cross-legged, I fit on the whole plate. And I've been listening to The Science of Mind, and that's been really mind-blowing because a lot of the concepts in there are some things that I've heard about in other arenas, but this is kind of bringing it all together and shedding a little different light on it. So it's been really amazing. I have been feeling more centered, feeling more calm, feeling more at peace with who I am and where I am. So I did the vibration plate. I got my shower. I got myself situated and ready. I went to get some cryotherapy and red light therapy, but when I went, their cryo chamber was down. Like, so every once in a while, they have an issue with it. And so I was like, somebody else was going in red light. So I said, well, how about I do hip compressions? Put this, it's basically like the blood pressure cuff that they do. It's like it blows up with air and squeezes you really, really tight and then releases, and then squeezes you really tight and releases. So it's creating more blood flow and movement through certain areas. So doing it around my hips and my low back was really, really helpful and very nice. So I was doing that and waiting for the red light. And before I got into red light, the school called, my son's school, and said that it was early pickup, the heat was broken, and because it's so cold, they needed everybody to be picked up. So I was like, oh my gosh. And I texted my son, and he said he wanted to take the bus home. And I was like, that's cool. So I finished red light and I hopped in the car and went home. And by the time I got home, he was getting home. I picked him up from the bus stop, and then we ended up just going to Wegmans and getting lunch together. And this was something really special. And we had a really great little conversation, and we connected, and it was just such a lovely time with him. And it wouldn't have happened, if the school hadn't and didn't have the shift. I was also supposed to have a hangout session with my good friend, and we've been trying to get together for a little bit since our last hangout session, and things haven't just aligned correctly. But it's funny but not funny that I was about to tell her that, I had to pick up my son so he would be here so we wouldn't be alone. We could still hang out. And so she texted me that a coworker was running late and she had to stay later, so she probably wouldn't make it in time. And I was like, perfect. I have this situation happening, and so it works out perfectly. And so then that was funny, and we're trying to get together a different day, but we'll see how that works. So I hung out with my son the rest of the afternoon at the house. I got to some things I needed to in the house, kind of like putting things away from the kids' trips, getting suitcases, and gifts organized that I need to wrap up. And then it was time for me to go pick up my daughter from school and take her to the chiropractor. So I, went to pick her up. Then we went to Trader Joe's, which she really wanted to go to. We're trying to be a little bit healthier with our interactions and our outside fun things. So I think boba dates twice a week was getting a little much, and it was overloading both of us. So we're just going to do different little date things. And so we went to Trader Joe's. We got a couple of snacks and some kombucha and some drinks, and went to the chiropractor, and then came home. I was able to make a good dinner for everybody. And then we had started to do yoga at home. So when she was done with her homework and everybody was kind of in a mode of relaxation, we put on the yoga. We did the yoga, just me and my daughter. My son was kind of hanging out on the side there. And after the yoga, which we were only doing 30 minutes of yin yoga, and I put on some relaxing music, meditative music, got the blankets out, put the blankets on us. We just laid there for a few minutes. A few minutes turned into a longer time, maybe 15 to 20 minutes. And when I woke up, my daughter was still kind of sleeping or in her meditative zone. I just kind of let her hang out for a little bit. And when it was time to go to bed, I woke her up, and we just all kind of shuffled upstairs and went to bed. And my son has been really happy and really playful and really engaging, and just always coming over and hugging and snuggling. And the interaction between the two kids has been wonderful. And they are literally each other's best friends. I can see that, and I could see the core of it. And it's just beautiful to see. And yeah, it was just a lovely day. Some things happened that weren't planned to happen, but it was all, in alignment with what needed to happen. And yeah, it's a little chilly outside, so we're not really doing too many things outside, but we're planning to kind of either take a little bit of walk around the block at some point. But the yoga has been really nice to just stretch and release and relax at the end of the day. I'm just enjoying doing it with the kids. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. And I hope that you guys have the most wonderfully amazing, fabulous, fantastic day. Thank you so much for supporting me by listening, by liking, by sharing, by subscribing. Yes, please do share this with somebody who you think would find it relevant and might find the information helpful. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.